Less than a minute after Cleveland had taken a 14-7 lead, Terry Bradshaw drills a 66-yard pass to Frank Lewis to tie that game. Steelers 14, Browns 14. AFC Central battle. Confusion in the backfield, or so it appeared, as Hogan finally got the handoff and salvaged something out of the play before Paul Newhoff stopped him. Newhoff has played in 117 consecutive games for the Lions.
You know, the handoff here is really messed up. Jaworski looks like he spins and starts going the wrong way. Now Hogan has to make the adjustment. Lucky he didn't fumble the football. I think if Hogan can get the football on some clean handoffs and get just a little blocking up front, the man can run with it. They're having trouble just making the exchange.
Jaworski's stats so far today. Coming up to 5 minutes to play in the first half. The pitch is to Tom Sullivan. He's got first down yardage. Levi Johnson cuts him down at about the 44-yard line.
Now the key block here is number 35, Mike Hogan. Watch him level the cornerback. Sullivan makes a nice move to the outside, heads upfield, but Levi Johnson making a sure tackle. O'Sullivan to 15. But it's a 1st and 10 Eagles, and they're driving.
They spot the ball at the 45. A gain of 12 by Sullivan. James Betterson making his first appearance of the game. Took the handoff. He wears number 34. Nicknamed Boom Boom Betterson. Eagles signed him as a free agent. Played his college ball at North Carolina. First time we've seen him today, and he picked up 2.
A lot of pressure on a rookie, though, Bob. Number 34 coming into a game this close.
Jaworski needs 8 yards on 2nd down. Betterson and Sullivan out of the eye, and a handoff to the tight end, Keith Prefley, as a penalty marker sails through the air.
Prefley carried the ball.
Unusual play for Dick Vermeil's Eagles. Paul Newhoff leading them back the other way as they'll pace this one off against the Eagles. Lions have had excellent success here at the Silverdome. Dating back to 1975, they are 10-5 overall here. And Cal Lepore will give us the call.
Holding 64. Offense, it is 2nd down.
Ed George was guilty of holding on that play. 2nd and 18 now for Jaworski and the Eagles.
Lions brought in a rookie, Tom Dakin, as a inside linebacker.
Betterson and Sullivan, the running backs. Jaworski straight back to throw under the gun. Manages to get it out to Betterson, and Betterson running well. Moves out across the 50 to about the 49-yard line of Detroit. And it'll be 3rd down and maybe 5 yards to go.
Well executed screen because O'Neal is coming on the blitz. Jaworski holds it to the last minute. Betterson makes a good reception. He has a little blocking out front and now starts to lower the shoulder to get the extra yards. Fighting, driving. Good effort by Betterson. It has to give the rookie some confidence.
3rd and about 5. Jaworski checking his backfield. The Lions like to blitz a lot. If you can see when that's coming and pick it up, you can get them in some one-on-one coverages and maybe hurt them. Betterson off the draw will have the 1st down, and the rookie rambles down the sideline before being cut down by Paul Newhoff. So Betterson has been impressive coming in on this series.
A good call by Jaworski. Everybody's looking for the pass, and Jaworski goes for the draw. And Betterson is a tough runner with good moves, and he gets to the outside and can accelerate. Newhoff saves the touchdown for the Lions.
A 17-yard gain for Betterson. Inside 3 minutes. Ball at the 31 of Detroit. Jaworski looking, and now throwing, and over everybody. Charles Smith was his intended receiver. Charlie Homeboy Smith got that nickname, they say, because He played football all day long as a kid, and finally his mother would have to stick her head out the window about 6 o'clock every night and yell, "Home boy, come on home."
If I didn't get home by 6 o'clock, I had the broom to face.
You a linebacker on the Sandlots or a running back?
I was a guard.
Never any fun. Jaworski is 5 of 9. He's had 1 intercepted. 2nd and 10. He wants a big chunk, and he's got Keith Krepfle, and Krepfle is there for the touchdown. 31-yard touchdown pass from Jaworski to Krepfle. The Eagles went 72 yards in 7 plays. And we'll take another look at the scoring play.
All right, there's double coverage on both outside receivers, and the rookie, Tommy Dakin, has the coverage, which he misses. And Krepfle goes straight down the middle. Easy pass for Jaworski, who had good protection for the touchdown.
And Krepfle at 6'3" and 225 ran right over Levi Johnson, who met him at the 3, but Krepfle was not to be denied. Horst Muhlmann can tie the game up with 2:43 to play. Out of Spike Jones' hold. This game is even at 7 apiece. Next Sunday, CBS Sports presents a regional doubleheader with Philadelphia taking on the Giants and Detroit going against Minnesota, followed by the regional doubleheader games with Dallas at St. Louis, a big battle in the NFC East. Atlanta tangles with San Francisco, and Washington goes against the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. Once again, we advise you to consult your local listings for the games and times in your area, and some cities will only see a single game due to the NFL blackout policy. The NFL doubleheader next week on CBS.
There you see Krepfle takes an inside release, goes straight down the field, beats Dakin. Hunter can't get over to help. Johnson can't stop him from going into the end zone. 6'3", 235 pounds, bulls his way in and ties the ball game for the Eagles. A big play for Jaworski, because after last week's performance, Bob, he just has to get back into the groove, and it's good to see it happen.
Rick Kane, the number 3 draft choice from San Jose State, is the deep man standing at the goal line. Number 32, awaiting the kick from Horst Muhlmann. Low line drive type boot. Andy Bolton got a hand on it, couldn't find the handle, and Kane came over to pick it up. There's a penalty marker on the play as Kane got out to about the 29-yard line. Don't know whether she's pleased or concerned. Hard to read the emotion in that expression.
There's no guesswork in this call. It's going to be 15 yards for clipping. So it sets the Lions back again. Backs to the wall.
And if the Eagles can tighten on defense here and stop them without a first down, they figure to get the ball in good field goal position with time to run a few plays and maybe give Muhlmann a chance to put them in front before intermission.
This would be a good spot for Landry, backed up really on the
55. Offense, first down.
Landry backed up on his 12-yard line. It'd be nice to see him go with a play-action pass and throw the bomb, because he has not done it all day long.
New England has now gone in front of the Jets on a 44-yard field goal by John Smith. 5:40 to play in the first half in that game. It's 17-14. Patriots over the Jets. Delayed handoff to King. Horace King banging his way out to around the 20-yard line. Gained about 7 on the play.
King carrying the ball.
Well, Greg must have thought that the Eagles were looking for the pass, because he went with a draw play.
Clock is moving. And there's Keith Krepfle, who scored the touchdown which tied the game. 2:03. Second down and 3. And Bussey does not have the first down. Charlie Johnson, number 65, the rookie from Colorado, made the initial stop.
Out by Berge and C. Johnson.
Bill Berge came over to help him out. Clock is stopped now with 1:58 remaining. 2-minute warning time. The The game is tied at 7 apiece. It'll be third down and about 3 when we come back for the Lions.
When you walk through the lobby of a Napa store, you only get a hint of what Napa really has to offer. There's much more, because if we put just one part from every kind of vehicle that Napa has to offer in this lobby, you wouldn't have room to walk. So we put them in this Napa shopping guide instead. Walk through the lobby of your local Napa store today and pick up your free copy. Your Napa store is a great auto supply store, but they've got more, much more. That's NAPA. We help keep America moving.
Now, let me tell you something. I've eaten the dust of many a rodeo, and I built up some kind of a thirst. That's why I drink light beer from Miller. It has a third less calories than the regular beers, and it tastes real good. Light says giddy up to all that flavor, and woe to being filled up. And that ain't no book. What?
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
Wilbur Summers assessing the situation from the sidelines. If the Lions don't get this first down, he will be called upon to punt.
You don't think he's praying?
Third down play. Lions need about 2. Bussey. He's got the first down. And there you see the clock moving with about 1 minute and 45 seconds now to play in the first half. Bill Berge made the stop. Lynn Dickey stepped back into his own end zone and fired a pass to Steve Odom that covered 95 yards for a touchdown about 1.5 minutes into the Packers game with Minnesota at Minnesota. Green Bay leads at 7-0. Jaworski to the air. King, the running back, makes the reception and stops the clock by going out of bounds with 1:24.
So far today, Bussey has 11 carries, 45 yards. A good effort. Now that backfield is not a big backfield. King 5'10", 205 pounds, and Bussey 195. But yet they really run with some power. They are quick, and they are good receivers coming out of the backfield.
That was only the 4th pass attempted by Landry. He's completed 3 of them for 33 yards. This will be his 5th attempt, and it will be his 4th completion. Once again, he hits his running back, Horace King. Good for a first down, and we'll take another look at it.
All this does is Landry's looking for him all the way. The linebackers clear out, and he gets the ball to him.
Lions wasting no time, trying to get within field goal range at least. Exactly 1 minute to play in the half. Landry, a deep drop. Wide open is Dexter Bussey. Into Philadelphia territory at about the 41. Out of bounds to stop the clock. And there you see the time, 53 seconds. 3 straight completions to running backs.
If you want to know why Landry is successful, look at the blocking of the offensive line. All day to throw. Can pick out his receiver. Finds Bussey all alone. All he did is go towards the sideline, and it's a big first down for the Lions, and they are driving with 53 seconds left in the first half.
That offensive wall of Kurtwig, Bollinger, John Morris, Mike Markovich, and Rocky Freitas giving him time. They try to cross him up with a draw to King, and the Lions call a timeout as soon as King is brought down. So that took only 5 seconds. And King got the ball to about the 35-yard line.
Bob, you know, a lot of people ask, how come with 2 minutes left in the first half or 2 minutes remaining in the game, the offense all of a sudden comes to life and is able to drive the team down the field? Well, I think it's a combination of a couple things. One is they work on the 2-minute drill, and they know exactly what they have to do in those 2 minutes to get the yardage for a first down and to find the openings to retain possession. The second thing is, defensively, they always change. They never play the same type of a defense. They either go to 5 defensive backs or a 3-man line, and they do things that they haven't done the entire ball game. So those 2 things coupled together lets the offense move the football better.
So Greg Landry now has 48 seconds to work with. He needs about 35 yards for the touchdown. And another 10 yards would certainly put Mickemeyer well within field goal range. Dick Vermeil pacing the sidelines, working on that gum on the Philadelphia bench. All coaches in the NFL work hard. They work long hours, but Vermeil may be the biggest workhorse of all. He works 20-hour days, has a bed in his office. Often watches films till about 3 in the morning. Catches a quick 3 or 4 hour nap and is back at work at 6 or 7. Horace King brought down hard by Charlie Johnson. Man, did he smack him after King grabbed the little flip from Landry. Chicago leads the Saints 7-0 at Soldier Field. A 33-yard pass from Bob Avellini to Walter Payton. 9 minutes remaining in the first quarter in that game.
Good play selection by Landry. It's a screen. He's able to deliver it to King, who makes a nice move. Now watch the blocking up front. Lions making good blocks. Markovich out there. First down. Big first down for the Lions. Keeps the drive going with 39 seconds left. But more impressive is Landry's play selection. Unlike before where he ran the football 3 times, he's mixing it up well, and he's utilizing his timeouts.
How much do you think the absence of J.D. Hill, out with a hamstring injury, perhaps their top wide receiver, how much do you think that has influenced Landry to go to his running backs frequently in this first half, Nick?
Well, first of all, the running backs can catch the football, and he has been throwing to him all year. But J.D. Hill's absence is felt in a running game because he is an excellent blocker as a wide receiver. Jarvis will get in your way, but he really won't hit anybody.
This drive started at the Lion 13. Now it is 1st and 10 from the Philadelphia 30. Landry firing on the run, and again King gathers it in and skips out of bounds. The clock stops with 33 seconds to go, and the Lions are putting on a clinic on how to run a 2-minute drill.
The blitz is on, and the Eagles are coming. Both Bergey's coming, and good throw by Landry here. Right on the money. King just steps out of bounds again, keeps the drive going, but Landry off balance made a beautiful throw.
A gain of 7 on King's 4th reception of the afternoon. 2nd down 3 from the 23. And they go with the draw play. They've got the first down. The Lions have only 1 timeout remaining. And they're not going to use it here. They're going to try and line up and get a playoff. An incomplete pass would stop the clock. And Landry purposely fires it out of bounds. Nice catch by the fellow on the sideline. Does she look worried?
I don't know if she looks worried. She looks kind of content. Landry here will have probably 2 plays in 11 seconds that he can call because he has 1 timeout left. So even if he throws the ball and it's caught in bounds, he can stop the clock with a timeout. So we can expect 2 more offensive plays before they go to the field goal.
Charlie Sanders has come in. The great veteran tight end Dexter Bussey is out. And Landry with 11 seconds wants it all. And it's a touchdown for Charlie Sanders. Charlie Sanders with yet another big play, a type that has typified his career. The all-time leading Lion receiver. He broke Gail Cogdill's record last week, and we'll look at it again.
Charlie Sanders working on John Outlaw, the cornerback. Landry pumps the other way, then goes to Sanders, who beat Outlaw clear in the end zone for a touchdown. Here's a wide-angle view of it. Now watch Sanders as he puts an out move, comes back to the middle. Great delivery by Landry under pressure for a reception and a touchdown. But there's a flag on the play, and all goes for naught. Newmoff is talking to the official. A big penalty against the Lions, a big break for the Eagles. 6 seconds left in the game.
7 offense, 3rd down.
The penalty is against Hertwig, and that will hurt him.
And now Mickemeyer will come in with 6 seconds to go to attempt the field goal. Danielson will hold at the 35. It is a 45-yard attempt. Mickemeyer gets it away, and it is good. He did not have much to spare on that. It barely made it over the bar as time expires in the first half with the score. The Lions 10 and Philadelphia 7. So a bit of a disappointment that the Sanders touchdown was negated, but Mickemeyer salvages 3 points out of the late drive for the Liners.
Well, the Lions offense has been potent today, Bob. The score is only 10-7, but they've been running real well. The backs have been blocking for each other. Sanders and Hill have been blocking for the backs. But another important characteristic of the offense is they're going to the running backs as receivers, more so than they are going to Sanders or to Hill or even to Jarvis. The Eagles, on the other hand, have been sporadic. They've looked good, they've looked bad. They've had one good drive. Jaworski drove them down the field for that one score, but they have not really been that impressive offensively.
So the Lions have scored on a 14-yard run by Dexter Bussey, following an interception and 32-yard return by Levi Johnson, and the 45-yard field goal on the last play of the half by Steve Mickemeyer. The Eagle touchdown, a 31-yard connection from Ron Jaworski to Keith Prefley, and there's your halftime score.
Will the insurance fix our chimney?
Sure, after we plow through the paperwork.
It's different with Allstate.
What's different?
We have the world's largest team of claims specialists.
Don't worry about a thing.
They settle most claims like this without estimates.
No problem.
Allstate specialists are interested in you, not paperwork.
I'll call the contractor today.
Oh.
That was easy. When it takes being different to be better, Allstate will do it.
That's a promise from us, the Good Hands people.
Energy for a stronger America.
This is a remarkable energy-saving machine called SCAMP. Exxon developed SCAMP to clean the hulls of giant tankers. It can scrub marine growth from an entire supertanker in just half a day. Because a clean ship moves through the water more efficiently, we can save thousands of gallons of fuel every voyage. SCAMP, technology from Exxon that can help save energy for a strong America.
Now Black & Decker has come along with a handyman's helper that's mighty strong. It's small and light, but it pulls its weight. It's the super incredible workmate. Yeah, it's more than a bench and more than a vise. It's got both things working, and that's kind of nice. You can pound on it, a saw on it, a plane a door on it, and a whole lot more. Yeah, when you're alone and there's work to do, the workmate'll help you see it through.
I want that man now. He will come back here tomorrow with me. You have my word.
Oh, Daniel, when are you going to learn?
A settler's betrayal turns the Indians against Daniel Boone. Now he must prove himself in a savage Cherokee trial or die. Young Daniel Boone, Tuesday night at 8, 7 Central and Mountain.
Next Saturday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, CBS Sports Spectacular presents highlights of the U.S. Grand Prix from Watkins Glen. Live coverage of the World Middleweight Full Contact Karate Championship with Bill Superfoot Wallace defending his title against Pat Worley. And the world's strongest men competition featuring the Steel Bar Bend contest. That's next Saturday at 4:30.
You know, coming up this Saturday on the CBS Sports Spectacular at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, CBS will bring you the Grand Prix from Watkins Glen, New York. And for a preview on that exciting auto racing event, let's go to Ken Squire.
The anniversary of one of the premier races in the world, the United States Grand Prix at Watkins Glen, New York. I'm Ken Squire, and throughout the afternoon we'll be updating you on the activity of this World Championship race, in which car number 11, driven by Niki Lauda, is expected to assume the world title still another time. Lauda is about to climb into this famous Ferrari car, one of his last rides for Ferrari. He changes to another team next year. And with this race, once again, be world champion. Lauda will not be racing so hard for first place as for the world title today. But for others, here in the rain, the story is going to be a race for first place. Mario Andretti will be seeking his 5th Grand Prix victory of the season for Team Lotus. Meanwhile, James Hunt is on the pole. His car, the McLaren, establishing a new record, breaking Lauda's old record in qualifying. And it will be James Hunt against the field. Mario Andretti is stashed back in 4th place, and between him and Hunt are the 2 Alfa Romeo automobiles. They'll be driven by one of the best drivers in the rain, and that's expected this afternoon, Hans Stuck, and also by the very fine John Watson. Moving out of the way here as Niki Lauda moves out to take a practice lap before we settle down to this World Championship race. The weather is cold. It is raining. and that will definitely be a factor. Whether to go with rain tires or the slick tires on this 3.4 asphalt course, that's a consideration that the team managers will have to make, and they'll have to make it shortly. The temperature has been dropping in the past 2 hours. Temperature not as much of a concern on this very undulating course as the water. Right at turn number 2, the water, if it starts to rain hard, is a river. Recall a year ago in Japan, Niki Lauda retired from the event and lost the world championship to James Hunt. He said he very well could pull out today. No one likes to run in the wet, but if there is a driver that can do it well in the wet, it is West Germany's Hans Stuck, and from the United States of America, Mario Andretti.
From the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan, Bob Costas back along with Nick Bonaconte, and with the Lions leading by 3 at halftime. We've got the makings of an exciting second half, Nick.
That's right, and it should be a real exciting half, and Vermeil will make some adjustments.
The NFL Today on CBS will return after this word from your local station.
Archie Bunker pursues his dream to buy Kelsey's Bar in a 1-hour season premiere of All in the Family tonight on CBS.
The Lions in front of the Eagles by 3 on the last play field goal by Steve Mickemeyer. And we're going to take a look at that field goal. It just barely made it over the bar, and we'll have a chance to watch it again. We'll get it up here in just a minute. Here it is. Danielson holding, and Mickemeyer from the 35, making it a 45-yard attempt.
Watch the ball. It just nudges over the bar to make it good. Looked like he didn't eat his Wheaties this morning. Just nudges over. Sails in. I think it glazed the upright for the make it good.
Nick, your impressions of that first half.
Well, again, the defense of the Philadelphia Eagles has not been what you would expect. Turkey pretty much has been neutralized because they have been running on them, and if there's any strength in the Eagles, it is their defensive secondary and their linebackers. And Berkey has been fairly neutralized. But I am impressed with Hogan, and I am impressed with Tommy Sullivan. I feel if they're going to come out the second half that they have to get the ball more to Tommy Sullivan because he can catch the football coming out of the backfield. He has good moves. He has real good speed. And Hogan's a real tough runner. So it's really a combination of, I think, better play selection by Jaworski and getting it to the runners just a little bit better.
One of the interesting matchups is Carmichael, big guy at 6'8", being covered by the rookie Walt Williams. And so far, Williams has done a pretty good job staying with Carmichael.
Well, the one time Carmichael was open, Jaworski, who had a lot of time, overthrew him, and it resulted in a Levi Johnson interception. So I think Carmichael is there. Jaworski just has to get him the football.
Last week, Williams drew Harold Jackson, much smaller receiver, but also a good one in Los Angeles, and he shut him off pretty well. Let's take a look at some other scores right now around the NFL. Green Bay is playing at Minnesota, and they are even up at 7-7 in the first period. Don't know how Minnesota got the tying touchdown, but Green Bay had jumped in front on a 95-yard pass from Lynn Dickey to Steve Odom. Chicago leading New Orleans on a pass play from Bob Avellini to Sweetness Walter Payton in the first period, 7-zip.
The Saints can't get on track. They're 0-2 right now, and Chicago's ahead of them, and Strand really has to get it together.
And they looked so promising during the preseason. A lot of people thought the Saints would be the most improved team in the NFL this year.
Well, they have that thunder and lightning in the backfield, but yet they're not doing anything, and they have a healthy Archie Manning, but yet they can't put any points on the board, and they can't win a game.
The Bears lead there, the Lions lead here. How do you view the race in the NFC Central? Every year they say this is the year the Vikings can be taken. Everybody's 1-1 so far.
I'm saying it's about time. The black and blue division is finally black and blue. Everybody's a contender. The Lions are as good as the Bears, and the Bears as good as the Vikings. And I guess the only weakness that you have in the whole division is Tampa Bay. But it's something that's good for football to see that black and blue division right on top. And this game is very important to the Lions because of the score, the Minnesota score right now.
They lead it by 3 over the Eagles at halftime, 10-7. And right now, Tommy Hudspeth is in the locker room with the Lions talking it over. And Dick Vermeil, who is the kind of coach who will make drastic adjustments during halftime, is speaking with his Eagles. And we'll see what comes out of it when we begin the third quarter shortly. But right now, we're going to go back to CBS Control in New York. We'll join Brent Musburger, Phyllis George, and Irv Cross.
League update all the scores right now. The New York Giants and Atlanta. Many of you watching that game. The Falcons ahead. Tough defense this year. Philadelphia and Detroit. The rest of you watching that contest. 10-7 at the half. The Lions ahead. New England and the New York Jets. Very entertaining football game. 17-14 Patriots ahead. Pittsburgh and Cleveland. How about those amazing Browns this year? Tied at 14 at the half. Minnesota and Green Bay. The Packers struck first. 95-yard touchdown pass. Now they're tied at 7. New Orleans and Chicago. The Saints have just scored. They have just kicked the extra point. Tied in Chicago 7-all. Dallas and Tampa Bay. A Henderson interception for the Cowboys makes it 10-0. Buffalo and Baltimore. What's wrong with the Colts offense? Scoreless now in the first quarter. Irv, let's get started with those highlights, and let's pick up now on Detroit.
Okay, Detroit and the Philadelphia Eagles, of course, out of Pontiac Stadium. The Lions were leading that game by a score of 10-7, and, of course, defense has been the name of the game all day. But Ron Jaworski here gets started for the Eagles, 3rd and 16 on his own 22-yard line. He goes up in the air, but the defense takes charge. Levi Johnson, number 23, picks the ball off at midfield, runs the ball back 32 yards, down to the Philadelphia 14, setting up a Dexter Buzzy touchdown. And here it is right here. Handoff, 14 yards off his right tackle. Buzzy goes in. Detroit leads 7-0. Philadelphia tries to come back, and they do. Right here, 2nd and 10 on Detroit's 31-yard line. Jaworski goes it perfectly. 31-yard touchdown passes, all tied 7-7. Detroit later came back with a field goal and lead at halftime 10-7.
Giants and Atlanta, Irv, and again we stress the importance of a kicking game in professional football. How many contests does that turn around? The Falcons got on the board because of this neat return coming up here by Lawrence. Last week for the Giants, it was Hammond who busted one against the Dallas Cowboys. Bad ankle tackle right there, and Lawrence gets down to the Giants' 34-yard line. Scott Hunter, then in the second quarter, kept it, and he ran from the Falcons' 34 to the 1-inch line. Scott Hunter doing a good job filling in for Bartkowski this year. Now it'll be Ely who will score the touchdown, and the extra point made it 7-0. Goldstein under pressure for the Giants. Here comes Lewis out after him. Is it that Falcon defense that has improved this team this year? Goldstein's pass going to be batted down here by the guy they call Captain Crazy, Kuykendall. Goldstein's pass this time intercepted by Ray Brown. And so at the half, it is 7-0, Atlanta over the Giants. Green Bay, Minnesota, let me show you that 95-yard touchdown pass as it was thrown by Lynn Dickey to Steve Odom, and it put them ahead. Minnesota was then able to snap back after that. But it's a key play because the Vikings have had some problems this year. Here it is, Dickey now to Odom, who is loose, 95 yards. And then after the extra point, it was 7-0, the Packers ahead of the Vikes. But the Vikings rallied, and it was Fran Tarkenton who brought them back. 17-yard touchdown pass, Sammy White. After the extra point, it was 7-7. And the NFL Today will continue on CBS.
The Lions and the Eagles back on the field at the Silverdome in Pontiac. There you see the score. The Lions up by 3. Bob Costas along with Nick Buoniconti. And we're just about set to get the second half underway.
I always wanted to play for the Philadelphia Eagles. After college, I kept working out, running through the streets of Philadelphia. Then, finally, I made it as a 30-year-old rookie. For me, Vince Papale, it was a dream come true. Another dream came true in Philadelphia here in 1776 at Independence Hall. The Liberty Bell rang it out, and Betsy Ross sewed a flag for it. Dreams are still coming true as Philadelphia rebuilds the riverfront and Center City area. These people are dream makers. They're United Way volunteers, neighbors, fans, and teammates working for the mentally ill and retarded, the YMCA, and many other agencies funded by our United Way. Philadelphia wouldn't be the same without them. They take pride in their team, their city, and their United Way. On behalf of the volunteers in the 4-county area of Philadelphia, we'd like to say thanks to you. It works for all of us, the United Way.
Are you still chained to? Gotcha. The rechargeable Norelco rotary razor lets you walk away, free from nicks and cuts. Its 36 surgical steel rotary razor blades are safely protected inside 3 floating heads to give you a comfortable shave that's razor close, razor smooth, for up to 3 weeks on a single charge. The rechargeable Norelco rotary razor. It lets you walk away from gotcha.
Hi, ever need to rent a car fast? Watch. Hertz, #1 club number 21586, arriving San Diego at 2 p.m. on RAL Flight 9. Returning it there tomorrow. Okay, thanks. That's all there is to it. When you're in the #1 club, nobody makes renting a car faster or easier than the Superstar. Even before you get there, your car is pre-assigned, your forms filled out. So rent a Ford fast from Hertz, the Superstar in rent-a-car.
Steve Mickemeyer will kick it off for the Detroit Lions to start the third quarter with Larry Marshall 22 and Wilbert Montgomery 31, waiting back near the goal line for the Eagles. Marshall at the 1. Marshall through a big hole. Fumbles the football as he's hit, but it goes out of bounds. And it will be Philadelphia ball after a good return. Walt Williams made the tackle finally as Marshall found a big hole along the right sideline and scooted through it.
Marshall, a good, big, strong runner. Takes it straight up the middle. Now watch him cut back. He's using his block, and he'll cut back to the outside. And he'll take it right up the sideline, puts a good move on, and runs. Now watch, he'll get hit from the back, and he'll fumble the football, but a break for the Eagles as it goes out of bounds.
Marshall was with Kansas City and Minnesota in the past. Cut one time by the Eagles in 1975. He was playing touch football in Kansas City when the Eagles gave him another call and another chance. Hogan on the first play from scrimmage in the second half. A couple of yards for him. Doug English made the tackle. Not much of a difference in the total plays or first downs during the first half. Rushing yardage just about even. The Eagles with the edge in passing yardage. And the score pretty much reflects the even nature of the statistics. 10-7, Lions by a field goal, which Mickemeyer booted on the first half's last play. Sullivan and Hogan, the running backs. Sullivan in motion. Jaworski with time, and now that protection breaks down a bit, and down goes Jaworski. It looked like he would have time, but apparently the Lions secondary doing a good job, nobody open, and eventually they bring him down.
But Jaworski certainly should have gotten rid of that ball because the offensive line blocked what they call a mandatory 3 seconds. That's all they're counting. They're counting if I block a man for 3 seconds, then that quarterback should get rid of the football. Jaworski did not do it.
Last week's loss to Los Angeles represented the first regular season game that Jaworski had started in which his team did not win.
Yeah, but his team was the Rams before last week.
He was 3-0 as a regular season starter with the Rams and 1-0 after beating Tampa Bay the first week with the Eagles, but the Rams stopped that string last week. Jaworski on a third down play with time going way up top. Carmichael was there, but the throw was not. Carmichael had Walt Williams beat that time. Let's follow Carmichael's pass route, Nick.
Carmichael just comes down, he'll put an in move and then break it back to the outside, and he has Williams beat wide open. All Jaworski has to do is just lay the ball out there for Carmichael, a big target at 6'8", but Jaworski fails to do it.
Disappointed Jaworski conferring with the veteran Roman Gabriel on the sidelines. There's Horace King, who has gone back to receive the punt from Spike Jones. Big rush on. They almost got to it. Jones gets it away, not very deep at all. King lets it bounce, and it takes an eagle hop down around the 15-yard line, so it works out all right. Finally downed by Cleveland Franklin, reserve running back. A 39-yard punt by Jones, and with 13:17 to play in the third quarter, it's Detroit ball at the 16.
Of all of the small cars to choose from, Ford Pinto offers the kind of value that makes it the best-selling American small car. Pinto has a low price, and over 75% of Pinto's schedule maintenance requirements have been reduced or eliminated. And Pinto has higher resale value than Chevy Chevette. When it comes to small cars, there are a lot to choose from. When it comes to value, look to Ford Pinto, the best-selling American small car. When America needs a better idea, Ford puts it on wheels.
Here they come, pouring in from California and Vermont, from Texas, Oklahoma, and Georgia, from all over the country. Billions of used aluminum cans headed for recycling. Today, about 1 out of 4 aluminum cans is recycled and used again. Tomorrow may be 1 out of 3. Someday, maybe every one of them.
We can't wait. We can't wait for tomorrow. Alcoa can't wait.
Spike Jones barely got that last punt away for Philadelphia. Here it is.
Great pressure by Levi Johnson from the outside. He almost gets his hand on it, but better than that, he did not hit the punter, which would have given the Eagles a first down.
8-yard scoring run by Archie Manning with time running out in the first quarter. The Bears and the Saints are tied at 7-7. Eagle defense rising to the occasion. Dexter Bussey rising after a loss on the play.
Number 65, Johnson, the defensive rookie who's starting now for the Eagles, has good quickness off the ball. He can come real hard. He has good moves. He's able to elude his guy. And he just does a good job so far in there. There are the fans enjoying today's game. Having a little sip of the beverage that refreshes.
Shoving a little popcorn into the mouth. Second down and 13 yards to go after a loss of 3 on the play. Fake by Landry and a sideline toss over the head of the intended receiver King. It'll bring up third down from deep in Lion territory. Dallas leading Tampa Bay 17-0 at the end of the first quarter. A 32-yard field goal by Efren Herrera. Then a 79-yard interception return for a touchdown by Tom Henderson. Then a 17-yard run by Robert Newhouse. Could be a long afternoon for John McKay's Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They trail the Cowboys 17-0 after one quarter.
Folks, Thomas Henderson is a linebacker and runs the 40 and 4.6 and 109.8.
Big play now from the 13-yard line for Landry and the Lions. He has time. Slips away. And he's going to keep it way short of the first down as he goes out of bounds. Good coverage once again by the Eagles secondary as Landry had plenty of time before finally being forced to run. John Outlaw chased him out of bounds, number 20. Minnesota has moved in front of Green Bay 13-7 early in the second quarter. A 16-yard pass from Fran Tarkenton to Sammy White for the first Minnesota score to tie the game at 7-7. Then a 3-yard run by Chuck Foreman to put them in front. But the point after touchdown was wide, and it's 13-7, Minnesota over Green Bay.
Wilbur Sumner under pressure right now.
He meets it at about his own 10. Gets away a spiraling kick. Marshall at the 35 with time and room to return it. About a 7-yard return out to the 42. Good field position now for the Eagles after another good punt by Summers. So apparently the work of Summers has eliminated one headache for Tommy Hudspeth. They have had such a terrible time with their punting game, but Summers has done the job today.
Now try and forget the 10th largest life insurance company in America, Lincoln National Life. We're easy to remember.
You know, it looked like a light day with nothing to deliver but posters for the AC Spark Plug Buy 7 Get 1 free sale. What could be easier, right? Wrong. Do you know how many places sell AC Spark Plugs? And everyone with a poster like this is selling 8 AC Spark Plugs for the price of 7, as long as supplies last.
Sure, getting a free AC Spark Plug is a great idea. But you better move fast.
Sunday, Archie wants to buy a business.
I want to see Kelsey's bar turned into Bunker's bar.
At 8:30, 7:30 Central and Mountain.
got them in all ages, shapes, and sizes out at the Silver Dome today. Fan looking on as Levi Johnson made the tackle that time. Pickup of 6 on the play. Second down and about 4. Ball across midfield now for Jaworski and the Eagles. Fake to Sullivan. Jaworski wants to throw under pressure and broken up by Charlie West. And let's see, are they going to say that Carmichael held on off the deflection? Apparently so. Carmichael grabbed the ball, and it will count as a completed pass. We'll look at it again.
It's questionable, but with Carmichael's big hands, it's play action, faking to the backs. Now he's looking for Carmichael over the middle. A good rush by O'Neal. The ball is put on the money. Carmichael juggles it here. Now let's see if he has it. Yes, he does. He does have it. He caught that ball as a good call by the officials. Cal Lepore could be proud of his group.
Good coverage by the Lions, but Carmichael with an outstanding individual play. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Sullivan gets the call straight up the middle. Tom Sullivan very close to a first down before Doug English and Charlie West combined to bring him down, and they will measure to see just how close Tom Sullivan got.
Dick Vermeil must have heard me at halftime, because I felt that they had to get the ball to Sullivan more than they were getting to him in the first half. And so far he's carried the ball 3 times in the second half, and a drive by the Eagles is impressive.
We mentioned this during the half, Nick. Vermeil is the kind of coach who will make adjustments at halftime. Obviously all coaches do, but he's the kind of guy that will make some major moves.
Well, Vermeil works 18 to 20 hours a day. It's a first down for the Eagles, so they keep their drive going. And he should have the ability, working those long hours, to have 4,700 charts ready to make adjustments. Those coaches work hard.
Early in the second quarter at Baltimore, the Colts lead Buffalo 7-0 on a 9-yard run by Ron Lee.
He's subbing for an injured Roosevelt Leaks for the Colts.
We've got about 10:35 to play in the third quarter here. Trailing 10-7, the Eagles are driving. Hogan going around the left side. Williams chasing him and riding him out of bounds. And almost riding him into the third row.
That was great blocking. First by Walters, the tackle, and then by Tommy Sullivan, who cuts 2 guys down. And Hogan just sprints to the sideline and again gets it's a second down situation, 2nd and 5, but real good blocking by the offensive line. The Eagles have been suspect, their offensive line, for the last 2 games. Jaworski having been sacked last game 5 times by the Rams.
John Smith with another field goal, this one from 17 yards, 10:16 to play in the third quarter. New England leads the Jets 20-14. Second down play from the Lions 20. Hogan slipping tackles. Great piece of running by Hogan. Down to about the 2. Mike Hogan could have been stopped about 3 or 4 times.
Just great individual running by Hogan. He looks like he stopped and he cuts back to the middle and does some great footwork here. Running like the best running backs in the NFL. He cuts back to the middle and he gets a big first down for the Eagles, almost scoring on that effort. Super run by Mike Hogan. Great individual effort. Another angle. Looks like he stopped and he'll make that same cutback. Walt Williams does not come up and could have forced it, but he doesn't make it, and he just eludes Williams' tackle. And it's 1st and 10 Eagles.
First and goal from the 1 after a 19-yard run by Hogan. This time he tries for the touchdown, and they stop him cold. Talking about Hogan, he gained 561 yards last year despite missing 6 games due to injuries. And last year was his rookie season, so he has a chance to be one of the better running backs in the NFL. On that play, the Lions were waiting for him. Stacked him up for no gain, maybe about a half-yard loss. Ball is just outside the 1. Second down and goal. 9 minutes, 10 seconds to play, third quarter. Touchdown here would put the Eagles in front. They trail now 10-7. Jaworski's going to throw for it. And it is broken up on a great play by Levi Johnson. Now Charles Smith may think he was interfered with. Johnson came right over the top to bat it down.
the play-action pass, and he has Krepke wide open in the end zone, but then he decides to go back. And it's in, and Smith drops the football, but he had Krepke wide open on a play-action pass here. He's waiting in the end zone, waving his hands, and he doesn't throw the football, which is a mystery, and decides to go to Smith, and it's a good play. But there was holding on a play anyway, so it's a 15-yard, 10-yard penalty against the Eagles. So it went for naught.
It was a spectacular defensive play, though, by Johnson coming over the top to bat it away from Smith.
Unsportsmanlike, 76 offense. Reporting his end and went to the tackle. He could not do it.
Jerry Sizemore, apparently, Nick, reported into the game at the wrong position.
Well, I thought if you were a lineman's number, you can line up as a lineman, but maybe they had him as a tight end. I'm not sure.
Apparently, he reported in as an end.
Well, whatever it is, it's a 10-yard penalty against the Eagles.
That is the long and short of it. And it brings up second down and goal to go, but this time the ball is at the 16-yard line. Jaworski. Broken up again. Smith was there, and so was Wally Henry, number 89, and there's Bill Berge watching from the Eagle bench. So the Eagles, who were knocking at the door, first and goal from the 1, now face third and goal from the 16.
The veteran Charlie West for the Lions had that completely smelled out, and when Smith angled in, West was step for step with him.
There's Jaworski. He is the kind of guy who can really pump a team up in the huddle. He's a very animated player, exuding enthusiasm. And of course, enthusiasm grows when you put points on the board. And the Eagles have not done that too well so far this year. Jaworski to Carmichael, and Carmichael has 6 points. Barely got his feet down in the end zone for the touchdown.
The penalty is against the Lions, and it probably is a holding penalty against the defensive backs. The Eagles will refuse it.
Here it is.
Carmichael just gives an out move. Jaworski delivers the ball, hanging in the pocket beautifully. Good protection. All the evidence of a good offensive play that results in 6 points for the Eagles.
And into the end zone by inches, and Jaworski showing you a bit of what we told you about him, about his being very animated, enthusiastic type player. He ran over and jumped right into the arms of Harold Carmichael after the touchdown. Muehlman will try and make it 14-10 with 8:50 to play in the third quarter. The Eagles ahead for the first time. Jones had trouble spotting it, and it's blocked. That was not Muehlman's fault. Jones could not hang on to the snap, and he was late getting it down. And Muehlman's point after touchdown is blocked. And that could be crucial because the Lions are now within distance to tie on a field goal, trailing 13-10.
Come on, old trademark. Time for your walk. What's the hurry? I know where we're going. To where your family began. With the same Levi's blue jeans worn by this man. Hey, you've come quite a ways, little registered Mark. Now that I see these guys by the park dressed in your newest edition, sums it up right there. Levi's sportswear. Trademark, I know what you'd say if you could. Levi's don't have to be blue, just have to be good.
Announcing a unique new motor oil from Exxon Research that can actually save money. New Golden Natural Uniflow. Uniflow was tested in cars like yours. After break-in, it delivered an overall average of 16 extra miles per tank full. Savings like that could cut your gasoline bill the equivalent of about 3 cents a gallon. New Uniflow motor oil is Exxon's best engine protection ever. It conserves gasoline, saves money.
There's Rick Kane waiting in the end zone for the kick by Muehlman, with the Eagles in front 13-10. But it comes to Luther Blue. And Blue, the rookie out of Iowa State, moves it across the 30 before being brought down. Let's look at the scoring play by the Eagles again.
3rd down and long. Jaworski going to Carmichael, has double coverage on him. Jaworski hangs in the pocket and delivers a perfect strike to Carmichael, who makes an out move for the 6 points. Beautiful pass, a beautiful reception.
And
now we're
there's
going to look at
Carmichael.
the fumbled extra point attempt. Can't get the ball down. Then Mulman attempts it, but Doug English breaks through to block it. So it's 13-10. Eagles ahead.
And as we mentioned, that's a big play because right now, field goal can tie it for the Lions instead of leaving them a point short. Landry immediately to the air. And Horace King, who has been one of his favorite targets today, gathers it in and skips out of bounds.
The backs have been the prime receivers for Landry. This is play action, fake to Bussey. It's one-on-one coverage. Berge covering King. Not much of a foot race because King is that much quicker. Receives it for the 1st down, and the Lions are driving.
His 5th reception of the day. Eagles went 54 yards in 8 plays and held on to the ball for quite a while. As they took the lead at 13-10. Charlie Sanders in motion. The give is to King out near midfield before being stopped. Dick Vermeil along the sidelines. Can't see who he's talking to.
Looks like he's talking to Ed George, the offensive tackle. I don't know what his concern is. The offensive line did an excellent drive on our last Eagles drive.
2nd down, 7 from midfield for the Lions. Exactly 8 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. The fake and a quick flip. Out to Luther Blue. Speedy rookie. Close to a 1st down before Carl Hairston made the tackle. It is a Lion 1st down at about the 42-yard line of Philadelphia. Terry Bradshaw having a good day at Cleveland. His 3rd touchdown pass, 14 yards to Lynn Swan. 10:57 to play 3rd quarter. Pittsburgh 21, Cleveland 14. And Archie Manning with his 2nd touchdown run. This one a 2-yard scamper. New Orleans, with 7:36 to play in the 2nd quarter, has taken a 14-7 lead on the Bears. Bussey. Not too much running room. Virtually no gain on the play.
No running room on that play, Bob, simply because Marv Hubbard, the fullback, and Bollinger, the guard, took the same man, and the linebacker, Bunning, knifed inside to make the tackle.
Richard Wood of Tampa Bay picked up a fumble and ran 37 yards into the Dallas end zone. And the score now, the Cowboys 17 and Tampa Bay 7 at Dallas. And Atlanta has gone in front of the Giants 10-0 in the 2nd quarter on a 35-yard field goal by Nick Mickemeyer. His brother Steve is playing here today for the Lions. Bussey again. And again wrapped up by the Eagle defense. Manny Sistrunk on the tackle.
The way the Eagles are pursuing like that with Sistrunk coming down the line so fast, it would be a good time to run a reverse because that's probably his responsibility.
The Lions have been doing some unusual things, at least for them on offense this year. Ed Hughes is their offensive coordinator, and he worked for many years under Tom Landry at Dallas. It was his idea to go with the 2 tight ends and a number of other offensive innovations. Sanders again moving in motion. Landry with the flip to King. King trying to get the 1st down yardage and coming up short of it. They needed to go just inside the 32. And King is to about the 33. It'll be 4th down. And a long 1 or a short 2. Landry looks at Hudspeth.
They're going for it.
Yes, they will. They will go for it on 4th down.
Here's a good spot here for a play action pass and then go to the backs.
Bart Starr would love it. They keep it on the ground. King has the 1st down. Bouncing off tacklers. Horace King with more than enough to keep the Lions drive alive. The Silverdome crowd approves. Randy Logan made the tackle, but way too late.
Good block here by Dexter Bussey, and Dave Hill spring it all away. Good block by Bussey on Outlaw. Good running by King with power. Bows over Berge and gets the first down.
He needed 1.5, and he got 9. 1st and 10 from the 24. Clock is moving with 5:08 to play third quarter. Philadelphia 13, Detroit 10. Bussey gets the call. And he got 2 or 3 more yards than he might have with second effort. Around the 21-yard line, which would make it a gain of about 3. Frank LeMaster made the tackle.
Lynn Bodine has come into the game replacing Bollinger. Now it looks like Bollinger got shaken up on the last play. That was a good block by Bodine.
Marv Hubbard, number 44, you saw him there. Veteran from Colgate. Spent so many years with the Oakland Raiders, trying to come back now after serious injuries to his shoulders. Landry running out of the pocket and then spotting Horace King, and King goes inside the 10. What a job he has done this afternoon, both carrying the ball and catching it, but there is a penalty marker down.
Well, Landry is clapping his hands, so it may be against the Eagles.
Might be a face mask call, Nick. Somebody may have reached in and grabbed King around the helmet. See if we can pick it up.
Again, we're going to a play action pass, and Landry makes a good move. Now he's looking for Dave Hill at tight end. He can't find him, so he starts to scramble a little bit. And Horace King, who has been in the right place at the right time all day, makes the reception, puts a good move back to the inside. And let's see if we can pick up that penalty.
A face mask on the defense.
Face mask. I don't know how the officials could pick up a face mask in that pile, but they did.
What a day so far for Horace King. 60 yards on pass receptions, 50 yards rushing, 110 yards total offense, and still 4:12 to play in the third quarter.
Last day of the season.
Thank you, Commissioner. First and goal from the Lions. Rick Kane, number 32, is into the running back spot. Straight ahead play, gains about 2. Horace King picking himself up after being brought down by John Bunting and Manny Sistrunk. Manny Sistrunk, a cousin of Otis Sistrunk of the Raiders.
Right. Landry really has not gone to his tight ends that much, and this may be a situation where he would.
Kane goes out. Bussey comes back in, along with King in the backfield. From the 6, Bussey. Down near the 3-yard line. He has scored the only Lion touchdown so far on a 14-yard run in the first quarter.
There's a former Atlanta head coach, Marion Campbell, and actually my first coach in professional football. He's given the defensive signals to the Eagles and has found a home back in Philly again. He and Fred Bruni coming over from the Falcons.
Campbell, who flashes the defensive signals, and Bill Davis, who is doing it this week rather than Vermeil flashing the offensive signals. They each wear yellow shirts on the sidelines so they can be distinguished by the players on the field. All the other coaches in white shirts. A third down play. They need the touchdown. And Landry has Bussey for the score. So Bussey has scored once on the ground and once through the air, and the Lions are back in front. 16-13 Detroit. The clock shows 2:47 to play, and that's Lawrence Gaines, number 38, who has been inactive this season because of a knee injury, in uniform for the first time today. He congratulates Bussey after this catch.
Utilization of your running backs as receivers, and that's what Landry has done all day long. The King and Bussey, that one to Bussey, resulting in a great touchdown for the Lions.
They went 68 yards in 12 plays to regain the lead, and now a big point after, attempted by Steve Mickemeyer. It's through there, and that missed extra point, actually blocked extra point earlier, looms even larger because now the Eagles need a touchdown to do them any good. A field goal will not tie it.